thanks for calling in, you guys. How have things been? I feel like I haven't seen you guys in like a lifetime. I guess I haven't seen a lot of bands in a lifetime, it feels like. But you guys, I think you were up here not too long before everything shut down. I believe it was. When was the last time you guys were up here?
It was like, I think February.
Right after the tornado.
Yeah, it was late February.
That's right. Okay, so right before everything happened, because I know there was like a few bands that got in right before we shut everything down, and now it's just been me up here by myself for like the last, I don't know, 6 months it feels like. But so how, I know you guys, I feel like you guys were one of the bands in town that were the most affected, I think, at least by the coronavirus stuff because, and obviously I don't want to get too into the pandemic. I think people are bored of talking about it, but you guys were more affected than most because you guys were like full-time musicians. I mean, Year of October is a full-time thing. This is all you guys do. How did it affect you, everything shutting down like it did?
Yeah, we have had so many shows canceled. I mean, like 50, I think.
Oh, wow.
Probably more at this point. We were doing it full-time. So it pretty much just changed our lifestyle completely. We had to figure out, just like everyone else, how to start doing this via live stream, which has kind of been a mess. But
yeah, it is strange. The live stream thing is weird. Like a part of me likes it, obviously, because you can see any band. Like you don't have to travel. Like for instance, I spent probably $2,000 a couple years ago to fly to San Francisco to see one of my favorite bands reunite. Nowadays, I could just watch it online for like nothing. So there is a good,
it's so weird.
Yeah, there's a good side to it, but also it takes away, it's not a show, and I tend to fall asleep on the couch when I'm watching these shows. That would never happen at a real show,
Yeah, true. It's the energy of like being around people who are all, enjoying one particular thing.
Yeah, it's so true. And obviously the parts of this interview will be edited out, but a couple nights ago I was talking to a guy in an interview and it was actually really good, but we got to talking about the lockdowns and stuff and he was saying, we're going to go back to phase 1 and I don't see it happening. I really don't. I think people are at the point now where they're obviously you saw the Chase Rice thing, which is a little over the top, but I mean if you're going to see Chase Rice, you're over the top in general. But I feel like no offense, he's a very nice guy, but you know what I mean. But I feel like people just aren't going to have it. I mean, regardless of where you stand on all the protests and then now this and the Kid Rock thing, whatever people think, like you can't tell some people they got to stay indoors and some you can't. I think back to that movie, The Fog, that came out a couple years back, where like if you went outside, the fog was going to kill you. There was no point in that movie where they were like, okay, we can go outside for a few minutes. Like the fog was always there. So I feel like a lot of people are going to maybe start bouncing back, and I'm anxious to see what's going to happen over the next couple months. Do you guys have any shows lined up?
We have some like outdoor sort of social distancing, but most of them aren't full band. It's just like a duo set at a winery and stuff. So,
okay.
But
yeah,
it's something.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. And I feel like, I don't know how you felt, James, but whenever I saw you the other night at Cobra, I felt like we were breaking some rules because you and I also, I'm going to put an echo in my voice for this, we shook hands. And I thought, yeah, and I thought,
it's really hard to break,
Yeah, right. And it felt good. It felt like, this is old school. It's the way it used to be. A couple of gentlemen. It was awesome.
Right. Disclaimer, I immediately went to the bathroom and washed my hands in warm water.
That's totally fine. I don't blame you at all. I think I had some sanitizer in my pocket, so I definitely did the same. But so you guys, I really like this new song, Black Widow. It's very, very cool. Like, so were you guys writing these tunes like before everything happened? Was there like a plan to release this and do a release show? Like, what was the plan with this record, and what is the plan now?
Yeah, we've been writing these songs since early 2019, and actually it was nice this time because we got a tour on them before we recorded them, so we got them really tight and kind of the way we wanted them before we recorded them in my studio. And our plan has always been to put it out in October. That was the plan before everything went down, but it definitely gave me a lot more time to mix.
Yeah. It gives you time to really. That's the thing too. Is like I think if this had happened in the '90s or even the early 2000s, it wouldn't have been as easy for bands to like continue their careers. You'd have to go to the studio, and it feels like now. I mean, I think so many bands are pumping out good material. I'm a big fan of like the local band Wanderers. That dude's always pumping out like a different song every week.
Yeah, Zach.
Yeah, like every week he puts out like a quarantine single or something. And I think it's cool that bands just keep doing that and they just keep pumping along through all the stuff. But I think Black Widows, so has the songwriting process changed for you guys? Because I've always loved your music, but this definitely feels like you guys are raising the bar. You really have.
Well, thank you. I appreciate you saying that.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And I think writing with the three of us, because this is really the first time that we've written with someone else besides just me and Josh. And I think that playing all last year with James and us rewriting this album together, I think it really shows the cohesiveness of all of us and how it all came together.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So is this the first record that James has played drums on too?
That's right. Yeah.
Okay, right on. So how's that been so far, James? Because I will be honest with you, I've been in bands with married people before, and it has not ended well. So how's it going for you, James? You could tell me quietly. I won't tell them what you say.
It's cool. Yeah. Sometimes I get to play like the kid in the back seat who like turns mom and dad against each other. But a lot of times it's just really it's a nice observance into what being married and what being in a band means.
Yeah.
And it's nice coming into a group where like the people already know who they are.
Yeah.
Like Josh and Felicia very much know who they are. So it's nice coming in, being someone who's, decently confident in who I am and, being able to mix our energies and really kind of hone in on sound.
Yeah. No, absolutely. And I feel like too, to be honest, to be a married couple in a band, Josh and Felicia, I feel like you've really got to be a very well-centered couple for that to work. A lot of bands have tried, and you guys have always pulled it off so well, I think. Maybe you guys just pull it off faking it, but you always seem so well adjusted.
Well, we appreciate that. Definitely the easiest band I've ever been in when it comes to making decisions and stuff, just because we definitely it's like we have kind of the same goals in mind and the same mindset about things. So that part of it super easy, but yeah, and the writing part of it's been great as well.
No, that's awesome, man. I love that. So we're looking towards 2021. It's weird to even say that. What would you guys like to see more of in 2021? Would you guys like to hit the road more, maybe record some more? What do you maybe just keep doing live stream stuff? Let's say the world reopens back to normal. What would ideally 2021 look like for Year of October?
I think we'd be on the road again, just constantly as we were last year.
Yeah.
But we've already, since being stuck at home in quarantine, we've already started writing more stuff. So we're definitely going to be recording more stuff too after this new album comes out pretty soon. So.
Oh, nice. I love that. Well, I'm so stoked you guys got to call in tonight. It's been so strange, like being up here by myself, just doing it was a couple weeks of nothing. And actually what started me wanting to have phone-in interviews with somebody, I don't even know who it was, but somebody tweeted, "I used to love @Andy Herrin's show, but now I hate it. He needs people to talk to." And I was like, wow. Wow. So I was like, all right, well, I'm going to give you an interview.
That's brutal.
Every single week. You're going to get an interview, and I hope you like it. It's weird because even Corey Tucker can't come up here anymore. I've got to have him call in and do the I guess it's kind of pointless. There are no shows,
Right? Does he just call in and sit quietly in the corner on the phone?
Just breathe heavily. We used to do 5 things to do during quarantine or 5 songs to listen to, things like that. But he did call in last Sunday because he had a show on Friday at the East Room. It was like a social distancing show with Transylvania stuff.
Yeah, they're having 25 people come.
Yeah, which it's cool, but at the same time, it just sounds like, I don't know, it just it's just weird to think. But I guess Godfrey, the way he kind of said too, he's like, I don't even know what my draw is anymore in this town, so why not just be safe and set it at 25? I'm down for that kind of stuff. Make it a simple thing, 25 people only.
Yeah.
Right. And at that point, it's like a limited quantity, so it's like it raises the bar.
Yeah, absolutely.
Super exclusive.
Yeah.
You should just have you and Corey just get walkie-talkies and have him sit in the parking lot and radio each other in.
Dude, we really should. But since you guys, one more thing since I got Year of October on the phone before we get into Black Widow, I want to, of course, play the 5 random question game with you guys if you're down.
Oh, yeah, let's do it.
Sure, yeah.
Right on. 5 random questions with Year of October on the local buzz. So it is 4th of July weekend. I wanted to ask you, what is your favorite firework?
I like the glitter ones, the ones that go up and then it glitters down.
Okay, I like those.
I don't know. It's a tough question. It's the hardest question to ask.
I prefer Husker Do's to Husker Don't.
Nice. I like that.
I like what are those things called? Bottle rockets.
Nice. Okay.
Actually, my neighbor across the street is actually about to set one off.
Oh, is he?
I love it. Yeah, I think all fireworks are pretty fun. They're all dangerous and fun at the same time. That's part of the fun, I guess. Question number 2 with Year of October on the local buzz. One of the things that has really become re-popular, which I thought it was gone, but thanks to the pandemic, it's now bigger than ever, and it makes me really annoyed. But I was going to ask you, TikTok or knock it off?
Knock it off.
I'm pretty against it. Josh downloaded it for the band, though, and it is driving me insane.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
We're
one of
taking
those.
off on TikTok.
Yes, yeah, I feel like a lot of people are. Like, I have a lot of friends who are like telling me, like, yeah, I'm like a viral sensation on TikTok. I'm like, well, I guess to each his own. Question number
But I'm
3.
posting like anti-TikTok videos.
Oh.
Like I post a slow motion video of me running to like Nirvana, like yelling, and like little girls comment and they're like, "This isn't TikTok material."
That is hilarious. See, that's the only way I would do it if I was going to troll it. That is genius, Josh. I like that.
Josh is a genius.
I love it. Question number 3 on the local buzz with Year of October. What is one show you have binge watched since you've been spending so much time at home, or something on YouTube that you've been binge watching?
Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Ooh, nice. Okay.
We binge watched Community,
Oh yeah, I love that show.
which is a great show.
Yeah.
I'm making my way through Gilmore Girls again.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
We
lo-
also did Space Force.
Yeah, we watched Space Force pretty quick.
I gotta
Space
watch
Force is
that.
good.
I keep hearing this. I gotta watch. That's a Steve Carell, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I got to check that one out. Right, those are all great recommendations. Question number 4 with Year of October on the local buzz. So people always ask, like, what's one song that you love? But I don't care about that. What is one song you hate right now?
I hate that song on TikTok because I hear it in the background when you're playing it. It's like that do 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 do. I don't know what it is.
I don't know if that's a real song.
I hate it with a fiery passion. No.
I'm annoyed. I don't even know what it is.
I really don't like. I don't. There's like I've seen a bunch of people posting about. I really don't like sucking on chili dog.
No.
Such stupid. It's a big hit.
John Cougar Mellencamp?
John Cougar Mellencamp.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. I see. I could see that.
Diane?
Jack and Diane. I really hate that song.
I could see that, though, because I feel like even when I was a kid and that song came out, like, I remember thinking, like, I love John Cougar. Who doesn't? But it's just some weird lyrics. Sucking on a chili dog outside the Tasty Freeze. Like, come on. What is this?
Any Chase Rice song.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Fair enough. Question number 5 with Year of October on the local bus. So you guys can have your dream tour. We're talking 75 dates, direct support, whatever band you want. But when you come back from this tour, you have to immediately drive down to Kid Rock's bar and play a sold-out show and deal with all the shame that comes with it on social media. Would you take the tour?
Hell yeah.
Why not?
Right on. I love it. I would too. By the way. And I feel like there's something, I know people have a tendency to almost like always kind of kick themselves in their own faces, because let's be honest, all this talk about Kid Rock and Chase Rice was supposed to be shame, but they're more famous than they've ever been.
Kid Rock is looking at getting back with another song with Sheryl Crow, it sounds like.
Yeah, right. Well, guys,
Yeah, for sure.
I appreciate y'all hanging out tonight. Let's get into this tune. Brand new stuff. Black Widow from Year of October on Nashville's Rock Station 102 The Buzz. Guys, we'll catch up soon. When you guys can come back up in the studio and we can all be live together, you got to come hang.
Sounds great, man.
Definitely.
Thank you. We love that.
Thank you.